Hello, everyone. It's Friday evening. Today is the 20th of March. So I hope you're all having a lovely week. It's nearly over for some of us. It might be the weekend. Some of you might work on a weekend. I don't know. But weekends used to mean work for me, but not so much these days. I'm trying to chill out a little bit on weekends. So I now try and keep my Stampin' Up work Monday to Friday. I'm a full-time Stampin' Up person, so I try and keep that Monday to Friday and just do the weekends when absolutely necessary. So how about you guys? Do you work on weekends? Love to hear in the comments. Hello, hello. I see we have lots of people. Hi. Hello, Cherie. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Sheila. How you doing? Kerry's here. Nairi, hello. Susie and Jones here. Hi. Nice to see everyone. I'm just trying to go back, and goodness me, there's a lot of comments already. So I'm just going to go back and see if we have people, if there's been any questions that I need to answer. I don't think so. A lot of hellos and people filling each other on what they've been up to, but I don't think there was any questions for me. If I've missed it and there was one, please, let me know. Oh, I just got a message saying that I'm not on YouTube. Is that right? Is that what that message said? Let me have a quick look. Now not there. Is anyone else having trouble seeing me on YouTube? We seem to have people on YouTube commenting, so I'm hoping that means people can see me. It was delayed, was it? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. You can see me? Terrific. Terrific. That's good to hear. Thank you. All right. If anyone does ever have trouble seeing me on YouTube, I'm also on Facebook as well. So you might be able to get me on one or the other. I think the people on YouTube maybe get a better experience than the people on Facebook. It's the same video, but there's certainly more comments and more chit chat on YouTube. And so that I think makes everyone feel gives everyone a better experience when there's lots of people to chat to. That's so strange, Cherie. I arrived mid-sentence about the weekend's been well. Who knows what I said before that? Who knows? I don't know what happened. YouTube is a strange. The internet technology is a strange beast. Shall we say that? All right, you guys. Well, tonight is Friday Night Live, which means it is our What Will We Make night. And the reason I call it that is because even I don't know what we're going to make. And the last few weeks we've been playing around with a few different things. So as you know, we like to do sketches on Friday night, but we've used up all the sketches in the book. And I did use a few Pinterest sketches a few times, but then we did a catalog case. I did one of those. And then last week we did not last week, the week before we did the Chatterbox. Remember that? Last week I was away. Last week was pre-recorded and I showed you my team gifts. What did you think of those? Did you like them? You're off work until after the school holidays. Are you a teacher, Desley? Is that why? Or is it dependent on the school year, your job? All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to the desk here. So let me hit the button for that to happen. And then we'll turn the lamp on. Oh, it's slightly crooked. Don't like crooked. And I thought tonight we would go to the annual catalogue and do a catalogue case again and see where that takes us. I have no idea what we're going to go in here and do. Hang on while I get this lamp on. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. Better lighting. Lighting is it's always good to have better lighting. I'm just going to straighten this up ever so slightly. In a school tuck shop. There you go. Oh, okay. Are you all right? You had some surgery? And Margaret, how did everything go for you the other day? I hope everything went well because we were thinking of you. So what I thought I'd just turn randomly and then we just see where we end up. I was looking at a few things earlier and I thought, there's so many ideas in here. There is pretty much cards and scrapbook layouts and all sorts of stuff on every single page, right? And so as you leaf through, you will find that there is lots and lots of different Like, I mean, that's beautiful. That's just simply stamped. So beautiful. You could use paper, and that's just a, there's a little banner underneath a square. That's a really nice card. So very, very simple ideas. And you just keep leafing through. We did this one a couple of weeks ago. Do you remember that? But I did a pink version with the hexagon punch, and then I used that card in a class last week. So sometimes my cards serve more than one purpose. I like this idea with the cutouts. That's really cute, and that's using alphabets. Ooh, I like this idea. That might be a good idea. Let me put a marker in that page. I'll use this die cut. I like this idea. So they've actually stamped the block, okay, and they've stamped it 3 times, and then stamped another stamp over the top once it was dry. So that's a really cute idea. I like it very much. Oh, and I like this one too. That's a good sketch. Look at that layout. So you've got four pieces, and then you've got like a pivotal centerpiece there in the middle. They've actually done it like a leaf in the middle and then put a little sentiment. I think we'll do this one. What do you think? Do you like this? You're retired, but you're a full-time grandkids sitter. Well, that's a full-time job. You get paid in love, and who knows, maybe something else, but definitely get paid in love, I'm sure. Katrina has a question about the paper pumpkin kits. Do we see them before we purchase, or is it a surprise when you get them? Also, they do still, well, yes. So we will be able to see them. Now, if you went to Onstage, you already have the April kit. We were gifted the April kit, everyone who went to Onstage in Sydney. And I don't know about other Onstages, but everyone who went to the Onstage in Sydney was gifted the April paper pumpkin kit. So if you're thinking, if you're a demonstrator and you went to Onstage, you actually don't need to subscribe until the May kit, because you've already seen the April one. And I can tell you the April one has a masculine theme. So I won't show it to people. I'm not going to actually show it, only because some people might prefer to have a surprise in the mail, right? It's a little bit like an advent calendar in that sometimes you don't want to know what's in there until you open it yourself. So paper pumpkin is a lot like that as well. Yes, they will also do online kits every month. So those aren't going away. They're just standalone kits that you can purchase as a one-off. The thing with Paper Pumpkin is that you can subscribe, and you can subscribe for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So and then you can skip a month if you're going away, or you can't, if you had a 6-month subscription, you could skip one of those months. The deal is that you normally have from the 11th of every month until the 10th of the following month to sign up for that month's kit. So, for example, I have, just say I want the May kit, I would need to sign up between the 11th of April and the 10th of May. The 10th of May, the 10th of every month is the cutoff for that month's Paper Pumpkin. I hope this is answering some questions for you, Katrina. So whereas the kits that we buy in our online store are just standalone kits, okay, you just purchase them as you go and as you want, as many as you want. Paper Pumpkin is a subscription service, and that is what's different about it. We've never had that in Australia until now. So it starts on the 1st of April. So right now you can't subscribe until the 1st of April. But between the 1st of April and the 10th of April, that one time, because it's the first one, it'll be a shorter window to sign up for it. And then the 10th of April will be the cutoff, the very last day that you can get the April kit. So, yeah, I think that might be right, Donna. I don't know the details, but I did hear that as well. So we will be getting more details about it very soon. So, and yes, you can buy refill packs. Exactly. I don't know that that's completely true either, Cherie. I did hear some talk that you might be able to get past months if there's stock available. So, so we're going to, there's a lot of questions, and we will need to read all the details when we have all the details. We have quite a bit of detail now. It's on our demonstrator website, but we'll have all the details very soon. Okay, so I hope that answers some of those questions. So yeah, they don't see them, although we have seen sneak peeks of the next 3. They're on the website. If you go and have a look under the Paper Pumpkin page, you will see there's a little thing that has the next 3 months, the April, the May, and the June kits. There's a sneak peek of them. Okay, so you can actually see those. Yes, the cost of the Paper Pumpkin does include postage, Glenda. That is a very good question. And so that makes them pretty good value because most of our stamping kits are around that $42 to $43 mark. Sorry, 41 to 43, something in there. However, Paper Pumpkin will be $48, including postage. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the postage on it. It's already included. Yes. Goodness me, Donna, so many things are changing. It's crazy. We don't have all the details about the joining special, but yes, that's also changing as well. So that's okay, Sheila. I know. But the nice thing is that Paper Pumpkin will go towards, if you're a demonstrator, it will go towards your minimums. So that cost does actually go towards your quarterly amounts. So, and if people are ordering them from you, those also go towards your quarterly amounts. And yes, people do also earn Stampin' Rewards on Paper Pumpkin. So there you go. No, that's okay, Cherie. I haven't got all the information. I'm not a font of all knowledge on this either. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. And thank you for asking the question, Katrina. It's a great conversation to have. But I think probably I should get creating. I should get making. So I actually know what paper I want to use tonight. And I'm going to pull open a new pack of it because I love this paper. This is called Delicate Dreams. Delicate Dreams, it is 12 by 12 specialty designer paper, okay? And it has crumb cake, grey granite, hydrangea hue. That's a new colour, hydrangea hue, which is a bluey mauvey colour. It's really pretty. Mossy Meadow, Secret Sea, and it says here bronze, which is kind of like copper. It kind of has a copper effect. I don't know. I think copper sounds nicer than bronze. What do you think? I don't know. It's just a word, but it's still beautiful no matter what. So let's have a look at this gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This is the B side. And we're going to go over here to the A side. Now, if I hold this in the light right, you should be able to see the shimmer on those bronze or copper accents. Can you see it there in the center of the flowers and some of the leaves? Really, really pretty. Okay, and this color is the hydrangea hue. So I was thinking, what is the closest color we have to that? It looks a little bit like the old boho blue, which is retired now. Probably the closest color we have to this would be balmy blue, probably, but it's not super close. All right. So if we turn this over, it's like a linen, crumb cake linen on the back, which is really, really beautiful as well. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. This one's just got the bronze or the copper. And you can see it on there. The whole design is just that on a white background. It's very, very pretty. It's kind of got little dots around, like little domes made out of dots. Really, really pretty, and the flowers in the middle. Okay. I know, it's beautiful, Glenda. It's just gorgeous. Grey granite, kind of like a watercolor wash on the back there. That's also really nice. Very useful kind of paper. And then this one, you've got your copper again, the bronze. I probably should just stick to one word or the other. Maybe I should say bronze because that's what's written on the back of the paper. But you can see it's lovely. So you've got a little bit of the hydrangea, a little bit of Secret Sea in there, Mossy Meadow, crumb cake. And then on the back, we have some squares that are crumb cake, grey granite, balmy. Oh, no, sorry, I kept saying balmy blue, but hydrangea hue and Mossy Meadow. Okay, and those are really nice as well. Like a linen look again. Or a canvas maybe. This one is Secret Sea with copper little flowers. That's actually really pretty. You like bronze because it rolls off the tongue. Bronze. Yes, I see how you wrote that. On the back of this one, we have the hydrangea hue in the little flowers on a white background. And then this one is like, I thought at first that looked like feathers, but I think it's actually little branches, like little sprigs. But it kind of could be feathers. It kind of has that look about it. And once again, you've got the bronze in there. I know, I love it too. And this one, I really like this one. I've used quite a lot of this. It's crumb cake with like a little white design on it. I'll bring it up close enough that you can see that design. Little leaves and flowers. Really, really pretty. Oh, thanks, Cherie. Cherie's put up, if anyone's wanting to order it, Cherie has put up the item code and the price. It is a specialty paper, which means that it is $29. This is my favorite piece in the whole pack. I just love this. Look, it's got the bronze leaves again and that hydrangea. It's actually got all the colors. So you've got your crumb cake and you've got some gray granite. You've got hydrangea hues, secret sea, on a white background, mossy meadow. Yeah, got all the colors that are in the paper are in this particular piece. And it's just beautiful. And I'd love to show you the card that I made with it, but I can't because that's next week's craft along card. So who's joining me for craft along next week? That's next Thursday at 2 p.m. And we are making a beautiful fun fold card. And yes, we are using this paper. Okay. I'm also going to be using some of the elements from the Forever Florals set, which is not the set that matches this. This is actually a different set that is part of our, it's available now. This is actually one of our, and this paper is available. All of the stuff, this is all available now. But you can see that these are really, really beautiful. I use these for the virtual album, virtual card retreat. We use these. And so I was lucky to get those as part of the virtual card retreat. But just really, really lovely, really pretty words. And this big die is just stunning. It's gorgeous. And there's a little, let me show you too how big it is so you can see. See, it's slightly shorter than card front size. All right, so just to give you an idea, I think it's really nice though. And then this piece is a separate piece. You got like a little sprig here and these little flowers, and then these ones, this shape here, these are like banners, panels to put your words onto. And then all these little guys, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, those 6 cut out some of the stamps. So really, really nice set. I think I have already got a lot of use out of this, but I'm thinking I'm going to get a lot more because it's very, very handy. Yes, very versatile. Exactly, Desley. You can't make craft along. That's what replays are for. That's okay. Oh. All right, so I'm going to move these out of the way, and I do want to use this, and I haven't planned this out. So we have our stylish shape size. If we decide we're going to go with a circle in the middle, that would be really pretty, and I could do that. That would be really nice. Or I could put one of the greetings here, like this always and forever, or thinking of you. I could put that on my circle and skip the little banner. So one of those will work, and my husband is just arriving home from work. Hello, hummy.
Hello.
Hello. So this is nice though, isn't it? Do you think we should put our main emblem, like our main sentiment on this circle, or do you think we should actually, I can also do these little leaves and add some flowers to them, and that would look nice on the circle as well. He's already gone out into the rest of the house because my room is separate. My room is like a separated craft room, and he's gone off to say hello to the boys and girls out there. I used to say the boys, and now I have to say boys and girls. Did you miss? Oh, there you are, Susie. Hi, nice to see you. Oh, you haven't missed too much. We're just about to do this card from page 114 of our annual catalogue. This one here it's got 4 squares and then it's got a circle in the middle. So, all right. So I have got here some. Let me see. I need to get myself. I'm thinking. There is it's a white background in this, so I'm deciding whether I want a white card base, but maybe I'll go with a crumb cake card base. That might be better. So let me grab a piece of crumb cake and let's cut that in half to make our card base. So whenever you're making a card base, for A4 cardstock, you cut it on the long side at the 14.8 mark, which is cutting it exactly in half, and that creates 2 card bases out of one piece of A4. All right, I'm going to move this to one side. I'm going to fold this in half. So I don't have any hydrangea hue cardstock yet, so I can't bring that color in, but I'm sure that we can still do something really, really beautiful with it. So I'm thinking if we're going to do our 4 squares, what will we do them from? And I'm thinking maybe, let's have a little look at this. This paper, like I said, it's just so pretty, just gorgeous. So I'm deciding, I definitely want to use this somewhere. So I think this one is a must. And then maybe, because that's very busy, this is quite a busy design, I think I want a very simple design on the remainder of it. So I'm thinking maybe the linen look might be really nice. And that would, those two would go really nicely together. I could go with the green watercolor too, but I feel like that might be a little bit dark. All right, so how, this is a piece from earlier. This is 9 centimeters. And I wonder if that's going to be too, that might be okay. That might be okay. And I've got some basic white here. Well, this one is 9.5. Oh, there's a mark on that one. Let's see, this might, oh, look at that. That fits almost perfect. All right, so this is going to be 9.5 by 13.8. And that's going to be my card front piece. And then this one is 9, and I'll go 13.3. So I'm cutting 0.5 centimeter off each layer. And then this is going to go on here. Like, that's how it's going to end up. So that'll look nice when it's all, so then we get to play around with, and I'm thinking maybe these pieces on top, or maybe I could actually, maybe I can put a couple of different pieces. They don't all have to be the same. So maybe if I did 2 of these and 2 of something else, maybe. Maybe 2 of this. Or maybe 2 of the green. That might be too much pattern. We also have the grey granite. That also would look really nice. So I'm going to pull out both of them, and then let's see which one will look the best. So the back of the green is this beautiful paper, right? That's the same one. And I'm not sure how big these will need to be, but probably about this width. Now in this one, they've made them so there's a little bit of the colored paper showing underneath. So I don't know whether this will allow enough because this piece is a little smaller, but let's pull in our Stylish Shapes dies and see what size squares. I'm going to try the second smallest one. So these are still, everyone knows this, I think by now, these are still my favorite dies, these ones here. But my second favorite dies are currently on the last chance list, and these ones are going into the new catalog. I've seen them in there, so hooray for that. We love that, right? But the textured notes dies, which are the ones with all the nested rectangles, those I checked this week. Well, I didn't check today, but I did check yesterday, and they were still available. And I believe they are 32. I'm just going to look it up really, really quickly. Textured notes. Yep, still there, $32.40. Marked down from $54. They are last chance. Once they sell out, they will be gone and they're not coming back. So please get them because they are so good. These ones you don't have to rush to get them because they're going to be around at least for the next 4 months. Yes, textured notes, aren't they beautiful? Has everyone got the textured notes? All right, let me see how wide this is. So this is the second smallest, and I'm thinking if I was to go with that actually might work, that size. It's going to leave a little bit of a gap at the sides. If I go to the next size up, I feel like, I mean, I would have to get a bigger piece of, but I think that's going to be too, yeah, that's going to be too big. So we want this second smallest one. That's going to be the right size. And I'm going to cut 2 of these. And in fact, I could cut them. I can be sneaky because we can do this. You could actually cut 2 at a time because paper DSP or designer series paper, which is what I'm using right now, is quite thin, and it's easy to cut 2 at a time when you're using simple shapes like this. So I'm going to run these 2 through together, and I'm going to cut both at the same time. So let me do that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other paper. Now, don't forget, guys, that I've been exposed to the same amount of information as everybody else. So I may not have all the information about things like paper pumpkin and so forth. But I think I'm just going to cut this down because this piece isn't going to go through the cut and emboss machine. It's too wide. But I'm so excited. We really did get a really great look at On Stage at all the things that are coming, and that's just makes it so exciting to see what they've got prepared, what they've got planned for us. All right, so I'm going to cut these 2 pieces. So I've got 2 pieces of this paper here, and these colors are so pretty. Put that in there. Oh, I've got an open drawer, and Freya has just got herself into it. She loves, and look at this pretty on the back. She just loves drawers, open drawers. And if you open a drawer in the bedroom, like to get out a shirt or whatever out of the drawer, she's into it like so fast. And then she dives over the back and gets down behind the drawer. And when I didn't realize this is what she was doing, I shut the drawers a couple of times, not realizing that she was actually still in there. And because she's so little, it doesn't hurt her or anything. But she after a while, I'd hear this scratching sound, scratch, scratch, scratch. I'm like, what is that? And it took me a while to work out that it was Miss Freya. Let me see, which way do I want to put this? That's maybe that way. And then maybe this way. We can turn these around to suit. So these are going to go. So let's have a look at our example, our piece that we're copying from. And you can see they've done it so they're the same amount of distance from the top and the bottom. And I don't know if I want to, I think I like mine, maybe I'm going to put mine a little bit closer to the top because I like that. I mean, I could put it right in the middle, but I like the idea of putting them to the top. Now, I don't want to cover up all of this, okay? I don't want to cover up the whole thing. So there's a couple of options, and I bet somebody knows what my favorite option is. I'm going to put these actually on dimensional. So I'm just going to do 2 underneath here. Oh, hey, Jennifer. Nice to see you. So I'm just going to pop that right there. And then this one needs to be the same amount of distance from the other side. So I'm bringing them out a little bit. Yes, Tanya, you guessed it. Because if you use vellum over the top of, when you're trying not to cover up a beautiful pattern, then you can actually get away with it a bit you can cover it up without losing the colors and the patterns, because you can still see them through the vellum. Oh, there's a mosquito. I missed it. Right. I'm going to put this way, because if I'm going to put vellum in the middle, I want to still be able to see this, or anything in the middle. I want to still be able to see that lovely blue hydrangea flower there at the outside. Sorry, hydrangea hue is the color. I shouldn't be saying blue, because it's not blue. All right, let's try that. Kind of like that. How's that looking? Yep, a vellum circle for sure. Okay, so this is going to end up on here. In fact, I might even just put it straight on now. So I've actually used white as my matte piece, which I don't normally do, but I kind of like it. Come on, this is almost done, this Tombow. I've got another one sitting here because I figured this one was going to run out tonight. I think that'll be done, and I'm throwing that one in the bin. Oh, missed. Oh, well, I'll get it later. All right, let's try this and position this so it's right in the middle of my card base. All right, so I'm thinking, what size circle? Don't forget we're using vellum, so it won't matter. So there's this one, which is kind of pretty. We could go smaller, in which case I'll have to find a different sentiment, because I'm thinking maybe this one for the vellum, and then maybe a smaller one, and we'll put a small greeting on instead of one from this Forever Floral set. So I haven't used the Forever Floral set at all yet. I'll have to use it for my second card. Could the circle go behind the squares? That's an interesting idea. I think you wouldn't see very much of it, Marilyn. I think that's the only concern there. All right, I'm just grabbing some vellum. So we have vellum at the moment that is 12 by 12 vellum. And it's rather handy because you can, chop it up to your heart's content, and you can use it on scrapbook layouts and things like that, which I have to say I haven't done much of yet, and I really need to do that. So that's probably something I need to think about adding to my next scrapbook layout, is a layer of vellum. All right, so you'll see what I mean. When you put this on here, we can still see some of that pattern in the middle. So it gives us, by adding vellum to your cards, it softens everything. It just gives you a lovely soft effect. All right, so but if I'm going to put this one here in the middle, which I think would look rather good, we need a small greeting. So all of the greetings in here are too big for this one. Originally that's what I was thinking of doing. If I was, here's an idea. The Fabulous Sayings set is still available. I don't know for how much longer. I know in the US it has sold out, but this is our product of the month for January. Uh-oh. Freya, what are you doing? I think she just knocked over a bunch of things on the floor. Never mind. It's okay. The price of having kittens. So I could do, like a thank you or a hello. The thank you might just fit on here, but I think the hello will definitely fit, because these are the two smallest. We've also got like a just because down here as well, but I don't know that would fit. Oh, it might. No, it won't. It won't quite. But see, the hello fits just fine. The thank you fits just. I'm going to go with the hello. So I'll pop that on a block. So how does product of the month work? Does everyone know how it works? You need to spend, here in Australia, the price is $125. If you place a $125 order, you get to choose the product of the month for $9. And you can choose this month's product of the month, or you can choose a past one if they are still available. And currently the first one, the True Florals, the DSP, that beautiful blue and white paper, that has sold out. but the this one, the Fabulous Saying Set, is still available. This month's is called Notes of Spring, so this one is still available because that's this month's. Yes, we do have a lot of things going up in price, Sheila, and in fact, I think that's a really good reason to be doing some shopping before the prices go up, right? Unfortunately, it is a fact of life that a lot of prices are going up right now, and many items in our catalogue are no exception. So it is what it is, but at least people can take advantage of the prices before they go up. So cardstock went up last year. That is not going up in the catalogue this year. It will be the same price as it currently is. But ink pads are going up. Some selected adhesives are going up, such as Tombow. Tombow's not going up very much. It's only going up by $1 from $10.50 to $11.50. Thankfully, because if you go shop for Tombow in your local Spotlight or craft store, you will find it costs quite a bit more than that. So that's actually a very good price. What else is going up? Envelopes are going up. Note cards and envelopes are going up. I'm just thinking what else is. Yeah, there's a number of things. So the other thing, I believe the Painted Illusions paper is still available, which was the February product of the month. All right. I don't have Hydrangea Hues, so I'm thinking I will pick maybe you could, because of the bronze, you could go with Early Espresso, or you could go with Mossy Meadow. Actually, I think I'll go Early Espresso. I don't think that's actually in the paper. Oh, Secret Sea also. But I'm going to go with Early Espresso. So I certainly, like I said, I am not the font of all knowledge when it comes to all the new things and what's happening. I'm still working it out as well. But yes, if it were me, I would be stocking up on some stuff. I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals behind here. And we're going to whack that in the middle of our vellum circle. And then I could put that on dimensionals again, but I think I might just grab some. I might just do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to whack it on there. What is with me saying whack all of a sudden? What does that mean? It sounds very ad hoc, doesn't it? All right. Now we're definitely going to need, what do we think? Do we like this? We're definitely going to need some bling, and we could also add some linen thread if I had some. There is also, and I think it's part of this same suite, this is grey granite ribbon, really, really pretty. I could put one of those on there. Although, even though there's grey granite in there, do you think that clashes with the crumb cake? I've got this sitting on my desk from another card I made. That's why I just happened to notice it sitting there and thought, oh, I could use that. Let me grab my ribbon scissors. But we'll definitely we could use some copper accents, like the metallic adhesive backed gems. Those might be good. There we go. That looks better. Wink. Where will we put the wink? Over some of the flower, maybe? Where do you think, Sheila? And I'm also, some linen thread would have been nice as well. Now, we also have these. These are part of that suite. These are natural matte dots. I've only got, I've actually used up all the mini ones because I use them for craft along, but I've still got some of the big ones. Or let's go with, I actually think these might be better. The copper, because the copper goes really, really well. These would also look nice. These little crumb cake pearls. Those are nice. So many options. All right, let me grab, I'm going to go with the copper because of the bronze in there. All right, so I'm going to have one over here. And I'm going to go a couple of little guys. Oh, those are gold. I want copper. One there. These are some of my these guys are some of my favorite adhesives, sorry, embellishments, because they go with just about everything, because you get silver, gold, and copper in the one pack, big ones and small ones. Super, super useful. All right, I'm going to say that's a finished card, guys. And then I think we should make a card with this set because it's just so nice. And I do already have one of these, one of those cut out. So we might be able to get away with not having to do a lot of cutting because, like I said, I've already got some pieces cut out from my craft along stuff. So let me just move some things out of the way. Oh, and I should have used this little guy as well. He's so pretty. Such a nice. Let me see. What else have I got? All right. I'm going to put that Forever Floral set, and I'm going to use it together with Notes of Spring. So that's a little bit different. It's certainly not what I thought I was going to do, but that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do right now. So do we want a bunny, a duck, or a fawn? What do you think? Pick one, guys. First person to pick one. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. Appreciate that. What was the question, Felicity? Let me go back. Where was Felicity's question? You forgot to order the March product of the month. You will get your, you can order your new catalogs, Felicity, and get your complimentary catalog if you're a demonstrator when you place your first pre-order after the 24th of March. So demonstrators can order from the 24th of March. Sorry, we're about to have a visitor. I'm so sorry. No, you can't get on my back because it hurts and you have very sharp claws. She can say hi. There we go. Gosh. Just you stay over there. There you go. She'll sit down hopefully and go to sleep maybe. So what was the answer? The first person. I'm going to go back. I've missed all the comments now. Let me see. Let me see. Duck. Megan, you're the first. Okay. All right, Duck it is. All right, so I don't know if everyone knows how this works, but it's a two-step set. So you've got the shape that does like the coloring, and then you've got the outline. So this is the duck, and he's very cute. I'm just going to put him on block C. Excuse me, Miss Freya. You'll just need to keep your tail to yourself. She's trying to chew on some of my pencils. All right. So I'm going to, well, should ducks be yellow? I mean, it doesn't have to be. It can be any color we want. But I'm going to do the outline in Early Espresso because of the colors of this paper. And let's... And then we're going to color her in. And I'm thinking, I think the yellow won't quite go right. I'm actually going to do a grey granite duck. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. Oops, that's not the right color. Let me get the right color. And we can always give her a yellow bill and feet, maybe. Well, the feet don't need coloring, actually. So this is grey granite. I'm just going to bring my head in so I can line it up properly. The nice thing about photopolymer stamps, of course, is if you can see straight through it, and you can, I kind of miss a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Normally, I recommend, when I'm in my classes, I recommend that people stand up to stamp these. I'm going to use the smaller of the two wide banners, and we're going to cut her out with this. Okay, so let's try that. So I'm going to run that through my cut and emboss machine. What's nice about these shapes is that they have like a little border around them, it's a raised border, which is really, really pretty. and it instantly makes your little board, it makes them look finished. That's what it does. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so can you see what I mean here? Let's see if I can show you. See the edge on it? Isn't that nice? And all of them, all three have that. It shows you in the picture. Can you see all three of them have that? So it's a really nice edge. All right, so I'm going to set that to one side. All right, and this is the big die, and we're going to have, this is actually going to turn out to be in the middle of this. And I've already got one. Here's one I prepared earlier. I've got a white one, okay, and I'm just going to come in here and push out all these little pieces. You will find if you have a take your pick tool and you have the brush tip attachment for it, so much easier to get them out. You can use it on your mat, which is the way it's meant to, but I get lazy and just don't even remember to get my mat out, and I just do it in my hands, and it works just fine. And if there's any bits left over at the end, you can push them out with the pointy end. So let me see if I've got any more of those. There's a couple here. There we go. Oh, there's one. That's pretty much it, I think. They fall out very easily, actually. So move this card out of the way. And will I do this one as well on a, remember we did a crumb cake piece before, and I'm wondering if I should do that again. Hang on, what did I do with the crumb cake piece? Might be underneath all this beautiful paper. Yes, it is. All right, so now you're going to see what I mean, that this is a little bit shorter than, I'll fold this. And if you want to do, you've got a couple of choices. You can either, when you attach it, just center it. Hang on a sec. Center it so you have the same amount at the top and the bottom, and you'll get away with that, okay? Or you can move it up and cut the bottom off your card. And that's what I'm going to do on this occasion. So can you see how you've got this little extra bit here? So I'm actually going to attach this. And to attach it, this is how I like to attach it. I get my Tombows, so it's about to run out. Is it coming? Yep. All right, and I do a tiny little edge, like a little bit all the way around. I haven't seen Leslie here tonight. Is Leslie here? So we could have done the fawn, we could have done the bunny. They would all work exactly the same, and they would all fit into these banner shapes. But the duck was the very first comment that I saw come through when I went back to look. That was the first one I got. So I'm just going to add a little bit more glue on some of the leaves just to hold it in place. You don't need to be, it doesn't need to be perfect. We just want, around this center bit, we want some of these so they're stuck down, so they're not all kind of floating. And here we go. I'm going to pop this here. So these are your options. Okay, you can either cut it down like I'm planning on doing, or you can just move it so it's equidistant from each end. Ah, come on. Let me try this again, because I want to get it, Miss Perfectionist, I want to get it exactly right. Right, then I'm going to get my trimmer in. I'm just going to push these down around the middle here. I'm going to cut the bottom, so I'm leaving a little gap. So that now it's a slightly smaller card, but that doesn't matter. No one's going to care. All right. Now this piece here is going to go on here. But I feel like I want to have something else. Oh, sorry, I just realized I'm not seeing comments. Oh, you're being quiet tonight. Well, it's nice that you're here, Leslie. I'm just looking at all the comments. All right, so there's we could do more things with this. I could have put something behind that. I didn't worry about it. But what I'm going to do is I am going to put a piece on the inside. So let me see, what piece have I got here? I'm just trying to make sure I have a nice piece of basic white. And so I know I want this to be 10 centimeters wide, but I'm going to want it a little bit shorter because I cut that bit off. Okay, so it's about, let's try just about 7 millimeters. I reckon that looks about right. Let's try that. Oh, a tiny, tiny bit more. A smidge, just a tiny, tiny bit. Now it should be right. Yeah, okay. All right, so this piece is going to go inside here, but I think it'd be nice to use some of this gorgeous paper on the inside of my card. So let me see. We could do a little bit of this crumb cake because that's going to go beautifully, and we can either have it going down the side or we can have it going across the bottom. Or I could go with a piece of this if I wanted to bring some of that blue in. Sorry, hydrangea. Oh, I do like the hydrangea. That's really nice, actually. Do we want it up the side, inside, or do we want it across the bottom? What do we think? Oh, I'm so sorry, Leslie. I'm really sorry to hear that. There you go. Everyone's wishing you big hugs. Up the side, says Elaine. Up the side, says Megan. Okay, up the side it is. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, you can use Tombow, you can use Seal. When I'm using a strip like this, I'm just going to use Seal because I can just do one nice long strip. And I'm going to have that just a little bit in from the edge. And we're just going to pop that there. And then I'm just going to come in here with my scissors and snip off the bit I don't need. There we go, like that. And then you can use Tombow or Seal or whatever you like, and we're going to stick it all inside like that. Now, if you don't want to stamp inside the inserts on your cards, DSP, just a strip of it across or up, looks fabulous. And it can really help to unify the inside to the outside. You know, it just looks so good. Now, this could be a good baby card, don't you think? I think it could be. I'm just thinking, do I want to add any other color to this? Maybe I do. Because I don't have hydrangea hue, but I do have the next best thing, which is balmy blue. And I'm thinking I'm just going to go around. Will I go the dark? I might go the darker one. And I'm just going to go around this. We're just going to give it a little bit of a blue edge, which will look really nice. Let's go around this side. It just looks hard to see it from there probably, but can you see that little bit of a blue line? It just gives a little bit of shadow and makes it look a little bit more like it's jumping off the page. You mean this die here? This is from the Forever Florals, Nari, which is the last lot of online exclusives that got released at the beginning of March, and I'm using the smaller one here, this one. Super nice though, isn't it? I love them. I think they're so nice. And I'm thinking, because we can, so we've got this piece here, and I've got a little bit of that left over from that strip that I cut off before. And I'm wondering if I should have a little bit of blue coming out either side, you know, and just trim this off. That might look really cute, actually. So let me see. I don't know quite how wide to make it, but I can always cut it down a bit more if I want to. Like this. What do we think about that? Do we like it or do we not? I just think adding that little bit of color. Oh, hey, Gail, nice to see you. Beacon feet, pumpkin pie. Well, the feet are not really able to be colored because they're just dark. But yes, the beak I could definitely do. You think pumpkin pie? Or I could do peach pie. It'd be a little lighter. Well, maybe I'll do a light pumpkin pie because I don't want it to be too dark. So let's try light pumpkin pie. And I'm going to come in and do his beak. Yeah, that does look better. Look at that. And maybe I'll just you won't really be able to see the feet because they're already colored with the early espresso. What do you think? Does that look better? And see how I missed at the bottom? I actually don't mind that. I think it looks okay. Like it's got a white underbelly or something. Yeah, flag the ends, maybe. Although it'll cut this bit of copper off here, but yeah, I could do that. All right, let's do that. It's a nice idea. Ground the feet. Yes, I agree. We need to ground the feet. I'll come back in and do that. Now, there are like little grass stamps in that stamp set, but I'm thinking maybe just a little bit of, like you said, a bit of grounding might just do it. Smoky slate or grey granite are both very good colors for grounding. Crumb cake can be as well. All right, so that's flagged. All right, so let's put that directly behind here. So I'm going to just put a bit of seal. Now, I was having a chat to someone about that just this week, and I know she's watching. And seal is one of those things that if once you get the hang of it, if you just flick it off when you use it, you will love this as a glue, okay? But sometimes the thing is you don't really want an adhesive that has a learning curve. You just want to use it and you just want it to work. I get it. So if you can get seal to work for you, you will find that you love it. It's such a great adhesive. But now I'm going to add this. I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. So, oh yeah, we still have to ground him. All right, hang on a second. Let me ground him before I add the dimensionals. And I'm going to go in with, let me see. I think I'm going to go light smoky slate. So now he looks like he's standing and there's a bit of shadow, but also he's standing on something. So he actually looks like he's grounded, as they say. I know, I love my seal too. But I understand for some people it's very frustrating when they can't get it to roll off the roll properly. And that is all to do with that flick of the wrist when you use it. You have to do that. Otherwise, seal can become very frustrating. And so I understand. It's actually one of the reasons I use Tombow so much, because I know so many people have trouble with seal. And so I prefer to use something that I know is an easy product to work. Now, the only thing is I haven't put a greeting on here, and I'm wondering if I should have put something on. We have got this especially for you, which we could easily do. Oh, you know what? When I was cutting, I have got a piece left over. When I was cutting up earlier, I had some white strips, and I could put a white strip across here with especially for you on it. And that's right here in this very nice. It is a lovely stamp set. And see how you've got your 2 steps for all the different images. These ones here are just for the bits of grass, but I love them. They're so cool. All right, especially for you. Let's pop that on, and I'm going to do that in Early Espresso because that's the color I used for the duck. So I'm going to do that with this one. It did need a bit of color. Yeah, but do you agree, Tanya, that once you get used to it, it absolutely is worth it, but it can take a bit of getting used to. All right, where did I just put the strip of paper? I literally just had it in my hand. It's all right. I've got more, but I'll just have to go fetch them out of the bin because I'd cleaned up my desk before. Hang on. Here it is. Found it. Stop looking. Doing a Susan. For those of you who don't know, my friend Susan, her whole thing that she does when she can't find things on her desk, she's got this thing that found it and then everyone has to take a sip. I don't actually do that, but I certainly understand why she does. All right, so that there is going to go here. So this needs to be this piece from here to here. Let's just measure it. Is right on 10 centimeters. So I'm going to make this 10 centimeters as well. Let's try that. There we go. I should have measured it first and then stamped it in the middle, but that's okay. All right, so that's not looking too bad. Let me put, and once again, it's a strip, so I find it easier to use seal when it's a strip. And here's a little tip. If you happen to have a silicone mat, one of these awesome things, okay, if you use your silicone mat underneath, because if you go off, just say I was to go right over here and accidentally go off, it doesn't matter because guess what? Nothing sticks to it. It just comes straight off, and it is fantastic for working with adhesive. All right, so I'm going to pop that right there. And then we're going to have that going from one side to the other. And now we have an especially for you that goes across the bottom of the card. You can't get on with it? I know that. See, a lot of people have said that. Exactly. Take a sip. A lot of people have said that. So this is a bit of a different card, isn't it? We use the Notes of Spring and we paired them together with the Forever Florals with this fantastic floral die, which is so good. And also I love that you've got these little flowers here, and you can put them with, like, this is the one that cuts out the leaves, that the stem that the flowers sit on. They look really, really cute. So this one here cuts out this, and then you can either use these dies or you can stamp them and cut them out with the matching die for that. Very, very cute. But we need some bling, right? I preferred the snail for ease of putting it on, but it didn't stick very well. My cards used to come apart with snail. I mean, I loved it. I liked using it, but in the hot weather, it didn't hold. And so I thought that when we got the seal, this was so much of a better adhesive, so much better. I just wish that it was easier to use. I wish it was easier, that you didn't have to learn how to use it. So, you pull it and then you snap it off, you flick your wrist and snap it off. But it takes a bit of time to learn how to do that. And that's why I use Tombow. That is correct. Yeah, we could go with a ribbon. I don't know. If I had Hydrangea Hue ribbon that hasn't been released yet, that'd be great, but it hasn't been released yet, so I don't have any. Who's excited? Demonstrators I'm talking to for a second. Who's excited about pre-order next week? That's kind of cool, right? Oh, you know what might be good? We could maybe use some of this lovely gold striped ribbon. This one might work if we want to have a ribbon. But I don't know if we really need ribbon on this card. You're looking forward to it, Tanya. Me too. Very excited about some of the things that we'll be able to order. And then everybody else has to wait until the 5th of May. But demonstrators can get them now. So by the time 5th of May rolls around, we'll all be ready. We'll have lots and lots of beautiful, wonderful things to show our customers because we'll have been playing with them for a while. So that's good. That's the whole purpose of pre-order, is to have time to play with them before customers, so customers can see what you can do with them. Because sometimes you'll look in a catalog, right, and you think, oh, there's not that much in there that I really love. And then you start seeing what people have done with them and you go, oh, now I get it. And that's the point, right? Right. So do we want the gold? Do we like it? I don't know. I'm getting my ribbon scissors. If I'm going to do this gold ribbon, I'll also use some gold bling. And I could either put it here or I can put it over here. I'm thinking this might be better. No ribbon, says Rose. The May online exclusives, not yet. No, they'll be up, I believe. Oh, am I wrong? Are they up already? I don't think they are. Yes, I think we definitely need bling. And it's a toss-up between the crumb cake pearls that are all shiny. Those are really nice. Or the gold adhesive back gems like the ones we used before. So that's these with the gold. So gold adhesive back gems or crumb cake pearls. I think the gold will stand out more. Or we could do copper because there's copper in, yeah, maybe we do the copper because there's copper in this paper. Just bling. I think you're right. That too, Marilyn. Some people are doing that, and that's completely your choice. So that's the good thing, is that the pre-order is long enough that that you can choose whether you want to start. And it's good for demonstrators who haven't done their quarters yet. You know what? I'm going to put them down here. This one, and oh. What did I do with the big ones? Oh, here they are. Found them. I'm going to do one on. So this is just a different way of using these. And then you could just leave one on either side, and then, or you could go a big one and a small one. There we go. I like that look. Like that. Yes, I'm very excited about that, Felicity. It's on my list. Definitely. Yeah, there's a few, but I was hoping we get some butterflies this time because we haven't had any really good butterflies for a while, and I have some very cool ideas of things I can do with butterflies. So watch this space. Stay tuned. Which card do you like the best tonight? They're quite different, aren't they? But they because I've used the same paper, this paper here, on both, they kind of go together. And I like this little strip down here in the middle. I think this hydrangea hue is going to be the most popular color of the new colors coming. It's really, really pretty. Well, there are people who haven't made their quarters yet, Marilyn, and so those people will probably order in pre-order to fix that problem. But seeing as you have, then yeah, definitely wait till April. That's a great idea. You like the duck, but you said they're both pretty cool. Thank you, Siobhan. Joan likes the first one. Lorraine can't choose. Well, the first one's getting a few votes. They're really different though, aren't they? I was thinking with this Notes of Spring, if you were to use the bunny, you could make an Easter card with the bunny. They are coming. We do know they are coming, but they're not coming quite yet, Rose. In answer to your question. Yeah, I like that color too, Leslie. We've had crisp cantaloupe before, and I remember liking it last time, so I'm sure I'll like it again. And I do like the green, the peaceful pine. I think that's really nice. and Golden Glow. It's a nice soft yellow. Exactly, Felicity. You never can have too many. All right. So back to me. And turn that off because it's a weird light on my face. And can you see while this is my ribbon storage. I pulled those out to look for ribbons and then didn't end up using any ribbons out of there. I ended up this ribbon on this card. That one came. It was actually sitting on my desk and I just used it because it was here. The other one I didn't end up using a ribbon. So there we go. We did good tonight. You're so welcome, ladies. I know some very nice beachy DSP and dies. Very, very cool. There's some really fun things coming. So pre-order for demonstrators starts next Tuesday. And I know there's a lot of demonstrators here watching, but if you're not a demonstrator, that's okay. You don't have to be a demonstrator. Although if you want to be, that's awesome. For anyone who's thinking about joining, you can actually get pre-order things in your kit if you want to. So that's kind of a cool thing. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend ahead. Monday morning, I will see you girls in our team. And then Tuesday, I'll be back for Technique Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. I hope everyone really can have a bit of a relaxing time this weekend. Yeah, thank you. I know it's nice to be live too. Thanks, Sheila. I know it's I do them when I'm not here just to so you guys have got a way of still meeting together. And you know, obviously I can still show you things even though I'm not actually live, but it's always more fun for me when I'm live because I get to talk to you guys and you guys talk back to me. It's awesome. All right, you guys. Have a fantastic evening and I'll speak to you next week. Bye-bye.